Alongside national security, increasingly there's the term energy security, and if Nick's scenario plays out, which it will, our terms of trade will go the other way. You know, a wind turbine is a lot more expensive than a lobster. We'll owe China money. We're already deeply in debt. We owe a lot of our money overseas. Well, we'll owe it to China. But we're also, in an energy security sense, incredibly vulnerable. I mean, how do we fight back against a Chinese invasion in our region if China's paying our power bills, supplying our power in this country? I mean, this is what concerns me, is how short-sighted all of this is. For what? For what? We're not even 1 and a bit % of global emissions.
Yeah, again, ideology driving decision-making around the future of our country is always going to end in disaster. COVID was a very expensive lesson, and you have the Labor Party telling us that we spent $1 trillion with nothing to show for it. You know, we have a functioning economy at the end of it, I might point out. But one thing I got out of COVID was the fact that we as a country should be more self-reliant, should be more dependent on our own resources rather than the resources of other foreign powers like China or other countries for that matter. So the decisions that are being made that make us more exposed and more vulnerable, leading us into a situation where we will be paying more at the behest of other countries, I think is gross negligence on the part of this government. And again, as I said before, there's no answer. There's no response to this problem. They don't seem to think it's a problem in the Labor Party. They're happy to sign our sovereignty away in many areas, including in energy security, it appears. And that is incredibly concerning for every Australian of every demographic in every part of the country.
I might add too, I mean, I sat here talking to someone who was making masks. The only Australian manufacturer of masks during COVID left, and they had to send the army in because they didn't have enough workers. We were importing all of our masks from China and we weren't getting any. Just quickly before we go, Nick, UNRWA, the government's put the money back in. A lot of opposition to that. The inquiry into links between UNRWA and October 7 still has not concluded. Penny Wong, though, was out there saying she has, quote, necessary confidence that all of our aid would go to Gaza. Are you confident that's right?
I have zero confidence, Peter. This is a reckless and dangerous decision. It's driven by appeasing the left in the Labor Party. It's nothing to do with the facts on the ground, which all suggest that we should stay clear of UNRWA for the time being.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Senator Dunningham. See you both next week.